Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EIA Capital Group. Today is February 19th, 2012. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the commodities market, where we cover everything from commodity futures to metal futures to natural gas, oil, and so forth. Here is our normal disclaimer. This is for education use only. All charts you're going to see are from Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com from Warden Brothers. Here are my contact details here at mpatella@eiicapital.com. You could access any of our free videos, our heat map, our 2-time frame and 3-time frame or 4-time frame opportunities here at ichimokutrade.com. So all that's available there. Last week we kind of went through the heat map and the email modules and found some opportunities there. This week we'll look at cotton, which is on the 2-time frame sell for daily time frame. Also last week the best opportunities, believe it or not, were coffee and crude oil, and we'll go through some of those in just a minute. Okay. Coffee was actually our trade of the week last week, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So let's go through and start cycling for all the futures. Remember, on the left-hand side is basically your daily time frame. On the right-hand side is basically your weekly time frame. Okay, so if you look at cocoa here, basically, and if you look at the weekly time frame, it's going downward trend. It's showing a pullback right now. Resistance level is going to be 25.67. That's going to be the key level to kind of see exactly what happens there. Okay. Light sweet crude oil took off last week. Predictions were basically from the beginning of the year were around February 6th to kind of turn, and it did do that, and it's making a run now. It's had a huge move up here. It broke for the resistance here at 103 and kind of got to 104.39. It definitely needs a pullback before it can sit there and start making a run to 115. But this thing should probably start taking a run to about 115 over a couple of months span. It's not going to happen instantaneously over the next couple of months, but it's slowly starting to get there. But it definitely needs a pullback before it could do that. Okay. Cotton. Cotton, if you look at it, is bearish trending here. The daily is starting to look again to start going down again. If it could break 90 here, then it's going to definitely retest the pivot low and then has a potential going down. So I'll definitely look for cotton to be bearish moving forward on a long-term basis. Dollar, if you could look at the US dollar index, you could see here. This is a bullish trend here. It did a pullback. Now it's basically caught between two different worlds in the pullback. 80.238 is a major resistance level, and you can see it kind of bounced off that here. The support level is going to be basically 77.80 on the support side. Let's come back down here. We'll look at gold and all that in just a minute. Let's go to feeder cattle. Seems like things are a little different this time. I don't know why. Feeder cattle. Feeder cattle is still taking its journey all up. Hasn't even sat there and decided to halt at all. This has been a huge trade since the beginning of the year. Not even anyone's talking about it, but this has been huge. And actually, if you look at it, it's been huge since July. Since July here, September 5th, this thing has gone on a run from 133 all the way to 158. Not even a lot of people are talking about it, but this thing's been huge. Moving up. It's probably the strongest of all the meat futures out there. Lean hogs had a gap up here. Really doesn't mean anything because it's just consolidating. But the daily's overextended right now. Copper futures really not doing anything at all. You could see the huge move up. It's now pulling back here. Pullback level is going to be 3.626 is going to be the pullback level, and resistance, of course, is going to be 4. So definitely look out for that one. Heating oil, really not doing anything. It's gapped up. This huge movement, not gapped up, huge movement up straight into resistance. We're right at resistance at 3.20. Its key thing is what's going to do round around here. If it breaks for this, then it's got another resistance level, but then it has a potential breaking out, but nothing as of right now. But definitely keep an eye on this one to break the resistance level. Coffee futures. Remember we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. Watch out. Look for it. Look for the bearish trade. Thing finally broke down last week after a couple of weeks of waiting for it. Had a huge movement down. The daily looks like it may need a little minor pullback to about 210 if it can. If not, this thing's going to keep on tanking down, and it's very strong right now. So definitely look for coffee to continue its momentum downwards unless some fluke event happens. Lumber, You can see the huge move up here and then a pullback. Definitely not anything right now to look at. But the weekly is kind of just telling you consolidating. But support levels that are basically going to be 254 and 267 as resistance level. Live cattle. Remember, this is still strong, but it's not strong as feeder cattle here. This is going up, up, up too. And you could see that this is trending on both daily and weekly, so that's an opportunity there. Natural gas, this is one everyone's been looking for. Huge pushment up here. However, it's at a major resistance level now. If it could break that, this thing has a potential of going all the way up to about $3.26. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. But it's got a lot of minor resistances on that journey to go up. One's going to be around 280, one's going to be around 3, but it does have a potential there. But it's got to break this current resistance level right now in order for it to even have a potential going up. Frozen concentrated orange juice. If you look at it here, when the charts pull up, so orange juice finally came up. If you look at orange juice, it's just one nasty chart here. We're at a major support level here at 187.15, but that's about it there. Palladium. If you look at Palladium, really doing nothing at all. It was at a major resistance level of 700, bounced off that easily, about 710, sorry, 710, 720. Major support level is going to be 662. It'd be interesting to see exactly what happens there. Platinum, getting to the metals now. Nice big movement up straight into a resistance level of 1700. Close, well, not quite there, but about 1673. Kind of bounced off there. Definitely needs a major pullback before you can even journey to go up. But that's definitely not ready for a long-term trade at all right now. Gasoline, you can see the huge movement up, kind of like with crude oil, but a little better than crude oil here. Been going up to $3 here. We're at a major resistance level right now. Definitely needs a pullback. Pullback level right now, short term is going to be $2.88. So that's what we're looking for, is a pullback before even looking to get in. Sugar, if you look at sugar, really not doing anything here, just poking its head out of the cloud for the first time. But this thing's just consolidating. Major resistance level is going to be 27.24. Support level is going to be right around 22. We'll come back to silver. Let's go to gold. Gold, everyone's been looking at. We kind of hit a major resistance level on gold. Really not doing anything last week at all. Just kind of consolidating. Major support level it's got to hold is 1696. Resistance levels it's got to break is 1775. So we're kind of in between two different worlds as far as gold is concerned. Silver is the same thing. Resistance level is going to be 35.15 and support level is going to be 31.96. Okay. 30-year treasury bonds, really doing nothing at all. Support level is going to be 141,00. Resistance level, of course, is going to be up here at 145,14. Corn, if you look at corn, really doing nothing. Looks like on the daily, looks like it's trying to go bullish. If it does, it'll be 675.63 will be its resistance level. Support level is going to be 620.25. 5-year treasury notes, really not doing anything. You can see the huge movement up here. It's trying to pull back right now. 122,230 is basically a support level for the 5-year treasury bonds. Soybean oil, if you look here, it's at a major resistance level right now. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Support is going to be basically at 51.45. Soybean meal, basically going up, up, up. It's hitting a resistance level right now of 332.90, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there. 10-year treasury notes, you could see it's basically bullish here, but now consolidating here at the top, which is basically destroying the daily time frame completely. Oats, really nothing going on here. A bullish movement here to probably sit there and probably get to about 336.38, which is a major resistance level. 306.25 is a major support level. Soybean oil, here it's going up here to resistance level 12 to 79, and it'll probably stop right around there. 2-year treasury notes, here if you look at it, it's basically pulling back. We're at a major support level right now. And then wheat futures, if you look at wheat futures, here it's kind of looks ugly, really, really ugly here, and the weekly's ugly, so it's not even worth sitting there taking our time and spending time on it at all. So now what we want to do is on ichimokutrade.com. This is a new feature that we just added, which where we're going through our trades of the week. This is our future trader of the week, and this of course is basically the coffee. And you could see this is a 2-hour chart where we entered here, and you could see our entry and everything here. A little hard to see right now, but I'll go for the description in just a minute. But you could see basically this is our entry here, our initial stop here, and we're pretty much in the trade right now. Our stop is below our entry right now, so this is a free trade moving forward. So our risk is pretty much over unless it gaps, okay, on opening. So basically in the futures market, there are a lot of trends. Instead of picking a normal instrument like crude oil, E-mini 500 futures, we pick coffee as the trade of the week. An instrument a lot of people have not been watching, but definitely needs to watch. Remember, when institutions are buying or selling, they initially don't want anyone to know about it, especially the retail market. Once they're ready to take the profits, then the retail market will be informed of the uh, instrument moving. This is kind of like that feeder cattle trade too that we just talked about a minute ago. The coffee futures broke out of a major consolidation pattern. Basically, to keep the risk low, we entered on a 2-hour time frame. The entry was 209.79 with an initial stop of 213.81. The risk was basically $4.02. The target was 185.20, which is 24.59. The reward risk basically is 6 to 1 in this scenario, which is basically 600% gain in respect to the risk that we took. We have a trailing moving stop, which is those green dots on the screen right there. And we're basically at a point where the trade is free right now, where our stop is below our entry. So this is basically a free trade for us completely right now. So that's it for the trade of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you could contact us here. You could access our heat map or our email modules that give you 2, 3, or 4 time frame buy and sell opportunities from ichimokutrade.com. Have a good week. Thanks.